Well, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to CS5 Unmasked. Today I'm going to be going over some of the improvements that I made to my Jason Part 9 costume that I made about 4 years ago. Now, when I originally made the costume, I was working with a budget of $25, so I was a little bit limited as far as what I can actually do. But my skills have improved since then, so I wanted to invest just a little bit more money, though still keeping it budget friendly, just to see how much I can actually improve upon it. Now, the first thing that I did was actually darken up the clothes. Now, originally, I only darkened it up just a little bit, using just some diluted black paint. I was just kind of rubbing it all over the shirt to try to give it a really grimy look. But overall, I really didn't add too much to it, so I'm glad I have an opportunity now to rectify my mistakes. I think partly because I really didn't trust my skills at the time, and by looking at this costume that I made almost 4 years ago, it is quite evident I really needed to improve my technique. So I just used a can of flat black spray paint and I went over the shirt and pants. And I believe it made a tremendous difference. It looks a whole lot dingier, way more dirtier, and it really looks like Jason's been wearing these clothes for a number of years. The second thing I actually changed was on the original costume. Even though Jason's been dead for many years, you can still see my hands. It really just didn't match. And again, there was some budget limitations, so I guess overall it worked out okay, but picking up these pair of zombie hands from Party City a couple years back made all of the difference in the world. Now, the last few changes that I actually made was by far the biggest improvements, and I'm talking about the mask and the hood. Now, on the original costume, the hood that I actually used was just a latex zombie mask. And again, I guess it worked out fine because of the budget, but it really didn't even look that good. And to be honest, it didn't even fit that well. The mask was just a cheap Chinese knockoff mask, and I think it actually worked out okay, but knowing what I know now, I'm glad I actually changed it. Now, in the new and improved costume, I actually made my own hood. I actually made this from scratch, using a balaclava, some cut up sponge pieces, and a whole bunch of silicone, and it looks 100 times better. And as far as the mask is concerned, this is actually a Spirit of Halloween mask that I cut down to fit, and it looks a whole lot better. Now, if you want to see a tutorial on how I actually made this Jason Part 9 hood, let me know in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to actually do one for you. Now, the actual process of making this hood really wasn't that difficult, and I did have to spend a few extra dollars to actually make it, but honestly it was well worth it because it looks by far better than the original hood that I actually used. So altogether, I only spent about $20 more to redo the mask and hood, add the zombie hands, and darken up the clothes. So all in all, it really wasn't that bad. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I am going to be looking into my other costumes that I made and see what improvements I can actually do on them as well. Alright everybody, until next time, this is CS5 signing out, and I hope to see you in the next video.